My parents begged me to come to a family reunion. I came, and my mom said, "We're going on vacation as a family. Take care of the dog." I stared at them, confused. What vacation? Nobody mentioned a vacation. Dad wouldn't make eye contact. Last minute thing. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Something felt wrong, but I was 22 and home from college for the summer. How bad could dog sitting be? They left that night with suitcases I hadn't seen them pack. My aunt, uncle, and cousins, who'd driven 6 hours for this reunion, left right after dinner without explanation. The whole thing lasted maybe 4 hours. Nobody ate the cake. The dog, Pepper, was a sweet golden retriever they'd adopted 3 months earlier. Easy enough. Day 3, I noticed Pepper wouldn't eat. She just sat by the front door, whining. Day 5, she started howling at 3 a.m., a sound that made my spine feel like ice. Day 7, I found her digging at the basement door with such intensity her paws were bleeding. I bandaged them, my hands shaking as I wiped away the blood. She went right back to digging the moment I released her. I called my parents. No answer. Texted. Nothing. Called my aunt. "They're dealing with something," she said, her voice tight. "Just take care of the dog." "What are they dealing with?" I pressed. She hung up. I tried the basement door. Locked. I'd never seen it locked before. That night, Pepper's howling woke me again. But this time, I heard something else underneath it. A sound from the basement, like scratching, like someone trying to get out. I grabbed a flashlight and found the spare key in Dad's office. My hands shook as I unlocked the basement door. The smell hit me first. Stale air and something chemical, medicinal. I descended slowly, Pepper racing past me down the stairs, her nails clicking frantically against the wood. The basement had been refinished. New drywall, fresh paint that barely covered the smell. And in the far corner, behind Dad's old workbench, a steel door I'd never seen before. Industrial, the kind that doesn't belong in a family home. Pepper clawed at it, whimpering. Through the door, I heard crying, a woman's voice, weak and terrified. "Please," she whispered. "Please, someone." I called the police. They found her, a woman named Veronica Chen, who'd been missing for 6 weeks. She'd been dating my father. When she tried to break it off after discovering he was married, he'd imprisoned her, told everyone she'd moved back to California. My mother knew. They all knew. The officers explained it to me in gentle voices, like I was the victim. The vacation was their plan to move Veronica somewhere more permanent while I house sat, establishing their alibi. The family reunion was to make sure everyone's story aligned. The dog was supposed to keep me busy upstairs, not lead me to the truth. They hadn't counted on Pepper's previous owner training her for search and rescue. When the officers led my parents out in handcuffs 2 days later, my mother looked at me with pure hatred. "You ruined everything," she hissed. "She would have been gone in 3 days. No one would have known." "I know now," I replied. My aunt's family faced conspiracy charges. 13 people knew what was happening in that basement. 13 people chose silence. Veronica survived. We meet for coffee sometimes. She's rebuilt her life, started a foundation for trafficking victims. I volunteer there between classes. I sold my parents' house and gave Veronica every penny. Kept Pepper. Last month, my father wrote from prison asking me to visit. Said he could explain everything if I'd just listen. That he'd made mistakes, but still loved me. I burned the letter and scattered the ashes. 3 years later, I'm in law school specializing in familial trafficking networks. My thesis examines how ordinary people become complicit in extraordinary evil. How a family reunion can be a conspiracy. How a vacation can be a cover-up. Pepper sleeps at my feet while I study. She still whines at closed doors sometimes. I always open them now.